Welcome to the deep dive. Ever feel like your phone owns you more than you own it? Today, we're really diving into something buzzing all around us. Digital detox. It's this whole, movement of people trying to unplug intentionally in this crazy hyper-connected world. Our mission today, let's pull back the curtain on how technology really impacts our minds, our well-being, sometimes in ways you wouldn't expect. And we're not just talking problems, we want to find some practical, maybe even fun ways you can get back some focus, some inner peace. Stick around, we've got some game-changing insights and tips coming up.
It is a fascinating situation, isn't it? These devices, they're meant to help us make life easier. But for so many people, they're actually a source of anxiety, of constant distraction.
Yeah.
And what's really eye-opening, something Adam Alter talks about in Irresistible, is that this isn't really an accident. A lot of these apps, these platforms, they're literally engineered to be addictive. They use things like variable reward.
Variable rewards, like what
Yeah.
exactly?
Well, think about that unpredictable ding from a notification. Or just scrolling endlessly down a feed, never knowing what's next. Our brains are just wired to find that kind of unpredictable hit, well, more compelling than something steady. It's basically the same hook used in slot machines.
Ah, okay. That hooked feeling.
Yeah,
That makes so much sense when you feel that constant pull to check your phone. And it's not just about our behavior changing, right? I remember reading Nicholas Carr's book, The Shallows, years ago. He was already warning us then.
yeah, he really was ahead of the curve.
He talked about how the internet actually physically reshapes our brains, this idea of neuroplasticity.
Exactly, neuroplasticity, our brain's amazing ability to adapt based on how we use it. So Carr's point was, if we're always skimming, multitasking, jumping between tabs,
Which is pretty much constant now.
right, our brains adapt by, well, weakening the pathways needed for deep, focused thinking. It makes it physically harder to concentrate on complex stuff or even just read a long article. We shift towards this more fragmented way of processing information.
Wow, fragmented processing.
And that deep shift feeds right into what Johann Hari calls a global attention crisis in stolen focus. He argues it's not just a personal failing, like pull yourself together. No, the whole digital environment is sort of eroding our ability to pay attention.
Okay, so it's bigger than just willpower.
Definitely. And think about the mental health side. There's research, I think it was in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions, showing how even just anticipating information like your phone sitting there silently can keep stress hormones elevated.
Seriously, just knowing it's there.
Yeah, it's this chronic low-level stress. And that directly impacts the prefrontal cortex, the bit of your brain you need for decision-making, for concentration. It hampers our ability to just be present.
So, okay, let's recap. Our brains are being rewired, our attention's fragmented, our stress levels are up. It sounds a bit bleak, but here's where it gets interesting, right? People are starting to push back.
They absolutely are.
I'm thinking about Cal Newport's digital minimalism. That's not just about, like, using your phone less, is it? It feels more like a philosophy.
It really is. It's a counter-movement. Newport argues we need to be really conscious, really systematic about reducing tech. The goal is to reclaim that focus, that inner calm. It's about intentionally deciding which tech truly adds value and then being, well, pretty aggressive about cutting out the rest, being deliberate.
Deliberate, not just letting tech dictate your time. I like that.
Precisely. And it's not about ditching technology altogether. That's key. It's about strategic engagement. Catherine Price, in How to Break Up with Your Phone, gets really practical. She offers this 30-day plan.
A step-by-step guide.
Yeah, designed specifically to lessen that smartphone attachment, get your attention back, maybe even strengthen your real-world connections. One of her first steps is super simple. Just notice why you pick up your phone. No judgment, just observe. That small act of awareness, it can be incredibly revealing about the unconscious habits we all build up. These are real, actionable things you can try.
Okay, so this isn't just theory. There are concrete steps. So wrapping this up, what does all this mean for you listening? I think it means understanding that technology's pull isn't random. It's often designed. But maybe more importantly, it means you absolutely have the power to manage it, to intentionally shape its role in your life for, more focus, less stress, just better well-being overall.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. If you really take on board how deeply this stuff influences your attention, your happiness, what's one small intentional step you could take, maybe even today, to start reclaiming a bit more of your time, a bit more of your own mind?
Just one small step. That's a really powerful thought to consider. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.